Welcome back to Championship Court here at the State Farm 2023 APP US Indoor Championships. We're getting you ready for our next women's doubles winners bracket semifinal. Taking a live look at Simone Jardim, 44 years old. And this woman is one to be reckoned with in women's doubles. She's won 8 gold medals this year. She has won all of those with her partner, Paris Todd. But for the 9 gold medals.
8 with Paris, 1 with Allison Harris.
It's my bad. 8 with Paris, 9 in total. And we have a partner mix-up, though, here to wrap things up in 2023. She's partnered up with Riley Bohnert, 19 years old, out of Louisville, Kentucky. Chad, walk me through what you're looking forward to about seeing with this new partnership.
Well, I had the opportunity to watch a couple of their matches this morning. Riley, part of the Next Gen team. They're playing loose, they're playing free, they're having some fun.
And up against them, Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. We'll introduce you to those two in just a minute, because we're underway here in game 1. Ball sailing wide off the paddle of Riley. So Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong are taking a look at Alix, 18 years old, out of Falls Church, Virginia. Quickly on to their second serve, and it's going to be Vivian Glozman with it. These two have played in a few tournaments together as women's doubles duos, taking home a few medals as well, trying to finish off this season with the gold. Quick side out.
Well, Truong trying to take that ball in the middle right there, as you mentioned, from Falls Church, Virginia. I'd like to see her let Glozman take that ball. It's going to her and in her direction as well.
That one goes off the tape and out of bounds. I was talking with Alix and Vivian before this match, and that is one of the mindset shifts for Alix, is when she's playing with Vivian, to let her have that ownership, to let her play big and be the finisher. Because we've seen Alix play with a lot of different partners this year and in singles. She loves to be on the attack. But when she's with Vivian, it's a bit of an adjustment to sort of let Vivian come in and be the finisher, like you said. Just like that, because Glozman, without much effort, gets so big, puts that paddle up, finishes it. Puts first points on the board here in our women's doubles winners bracket semifinal.
A good start for Glozman is key. She feeds off of good confidence and a good start. When she starts well, she usually plays well. If she starts slow, then she has to find her way out of it. But right now, has one winner and a good leave to start.
A good cross-court dings there from Bohnert. Truong catching that one just a little late. Gets behind the body.
Side out force there. So it'll be Riley Bohnert with the serve.
A good step over there from Glozman, taking that ball at its height, attacking that down to the feet of Jardim.
Little ambitious there from Bohnert as she leans in, but she leans in and doesn't get low. She leaned through her hips and just leans in over the kitchen rather than getting low and hitting underneath that ball.
A nice deep return there. Glozman trying to drive off the back foot.
(2-0-2), the score for Glozman's serve.
Took a winner off the tape right there from Bohnert to get it away from Truong and Glozman.
Heavy top spin. That ball just kicks through. You see Bohnert taking that one behind the hips.
A little confusion right there. Truong's got to be able to take that one. I know Glozman wants to make herself feel felt in the middle right there. Feel felt?
Feel felt.
Wants to make her
presence felt
in the middle right there.
We knew what you meant.
A little hesitation there on the speed up from Jardim. A little bit of tightness on both sides right now.
Bit of a feeling out process, it seems, here in game number 1.
Huge backswing there from Bohnert. Shorten that up. Let the paddle do the work.
So Glozman and Truong, though, are certainly the ones who seem to be working out that tightness early on faster here in game number 1. They've got a 4-1 lead. But Riley Bohnert with the big finish.
Truong pump faked Glozman right there. As I think Glozman thought she was going to step over and take that. I thought she just should have just kept going.
A good roll there from Truong. Takes some pace off of it.
Good leave there from Jardim. And you talk about the new partnership between Bohnert and Jardim. And that last ball that flipped through the middle, they were both looking at each other. Who was going to get that?
Truong steps up, tries to anticipate, but overswings. It was a good job from both Truong and Glozman to stay in that point. Oh, double net cord.
So just like that, Jardim and Bohnert putting together a little run here. 3-5-1 the score for Jardim serve.
A good angle there to open up the middle.
You even heard Truong yell in the middle of that point, angle, telling Glozman to be ready for that, but then Bohnert ready for when Glozman got it back to take advantage of the space she created in the middle. So what was a 5-1 lead for Glozman and Truong has shrunk to just a 1-point lead. Simone Jardim looking to tie things up.
That's a great job from Jardim. She gets exactly what she wants. She wants Glozman to take this ball out of the air and get her on her back foot so she can drive that next ball after the lob.
Two balls in a row right there where Bohnert has kind of overrun them, trying to get to the kitchen line a little too quick. Forces that ball to actually be at her feet. It's kind of that transition that we were talking about in the last game.
Great 1-2 combo there. Simone Jardim changing the pace, pulling Glozman forward, and then Riley Bohnert there to push it back behind her.
Big finish there from Vivian Glozman. Good setup. She's ready for this little half speed up from Jardim. Counters it and then gets on the offensive quickly.
Ooh.
That's one where
I don't think that was a bad bounce. I mean, it wasn't a.
Nope.
That ball was up at knee height.
Yeah. The ball didn't bounce funny. She just came through it and almost took her eyes off of it and just swung through.
And the reason why we were talking about the bounce there is that we've had a couple of occasions where referees have called for a replay with an inconsistent bounce. But for the most part, the courts are playing pretty true.
That's good talk right there from Jardim. You see after Bohnert hits this little defensive half lob here, as soon as Truong is going to play that off the bounce, she's talking to Bohnert saying go, go, go to gain that kitchen line.
Oh, late.
Pushes them onto their second serve.
Judge saying that ball is probably going to go out. I think there wasn't enough on it. It may have been close to going out, but I think that's definitely a ball where you're still considering hitting.
And so it's a point for Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert. Their first lead of this game number one comes at 7-6.
Yeah, good ball right on the line.
Truong gets Jardim pinching just enough in the middle that she's full extension trying to get that backhand right there. Great move and read there from Alix Truong, but again, trying to put something extra on it instead of just punching that back through.
Second serve here for Vivian Glozman.
Return just sailed deep there for Riley Bohnert.
So tie game yet again. Good leave there by Jardim. Forces the side out.
Yeah, I definitely think Glozman hit an out ball right there. Bohnert rushed that speed up. Had a little too much lift on it. Good ball there from Truong. Bohnert caught back on her heels.
Good angle right there from Alix Truong as she goes down the line here, and you watch Jardim. We see Jardim go to the line. You see Bohnert fill in the middle, and the cross-court winner from Truong.
I was talking with Alix and Vivian, and their first gold medal that they won together as a duo was here in Chicago earlier this year. Of course, that was outdoors, but she was saying it would be a pretty cool opportunity for them here to win their last gold of 2023 in the same city that they started their fantastic run in.
Great read in the middle there from Vivian Glozman. Just gets that two-handed backhand, and that ball a little behind her and a little late.
Nice heavy top spin there from Glozman. Bohnert having a little bit of difficulty picking that one up. And again, just getting jammed up. The Glozman top spin giving Bohnert some difficulties right now.
Very tightly contested game here in the last few points. At one point, Glozman and Truong had a 5-1 lead, and since then, Jardim and Bohnert have come roaring back. Kept this close. Simone Jardim with the cross-court winner.
On strings right there, does Jardim have Truong and Glozman.
Just pulling them all over the court.
Too big again there. Seen that a couple of times from Bohnert. And again, too, when we stand up, we have more tendency to take that paddle back further.
So it's a timeout called here on the court by Riley Bohnert and Simone Jardim to talk things over. They are within 2 here in game 1 of our women's doubles winners bracket semifinal number 2. Whoever wins this match will go on to play Mari Humberg and Allison Harris in the winners bracket final to have an opportunity to punch their ticket to gold medal match tomorrow. Glozman and Truong got the early lead here, and then Jardim and Bohnert found a little bit of momentum. How have Glozman and Truong managed to keep the edge, though, and sort of deal with that relay from Bohnert and Jardim?
Well, they handled the pressure, right? So they handled the pressure that, Simone Jardim was pretty much putting on.
Right.
She was making herself felt in the middle of the court, and so she was putting a lot of pressure on Glozman and Truong. Now they've weathered that storm and now figured out what they could do. You've seen Truong go back behind backside on Jardim once, got her once there, and so now they've weathered that storm and now sitting pretty here at 9-7 on serve.
They are on their second serve, and it will be Truong with it. Good adjustment there from Bohnert, but it is Glozman and Truong who get the point, set themselves up for game point opportunity here. And they get it done. Truong with a few dinks there, and it is an 11-7 win in game 1 for Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman. We've got game 2 when we come back.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Having a tough time getting better? Our 3-day Level Up Pickleball camps feature a low student pro ratio and offer personalised training from the best pros in the game. Level Up will take you full circle through the point building process by teaching proper stroke mechanics, positioning and winning game strategies. Each camper also receives a personalised before and after video, an instructional manual, product discounts and more. Discover how good you can be with Level Up Pickleball Camps. Visit us today at leveluppickleballcamps.com.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous Relaxed Fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is presented by
AG1,
Level Up, Tervis, and Humana.
Let's take a look at this firefight of the match, the Vlasic firefight of the match.
Yeah, Jardim and Bohnert controlling the kitchen line there. Truong and Glozman got caught a little bit there in the transition area, but it was Truong and Glozman that battled off the run from Jardim and Bohnert to take game one.
And like I mentioned, they won a gold here in Chicago over the summer. Most recently, they won a silver in Houston, did Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. It was their 6th consecutive tournament earning a medal in Houston, looking to make it 7 straight here back in Chicago to wrap up 2023. But if they want to do that, they're going to have to take on a team in Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert, who are definitely not going to go away quietly. Jardim with 9 golds in women's doubles this 2023 season, pairing up with Riley Bohnert here in Chicago for the very first time. And certainly, they had some momentum there in game number 1, managed to battle their way back. What do you want to see them lean into here in game 2 to try and flip the script on Glozman and Truong?
Well, they just need to play looser. Right now, they're playing a little tight. Bohnert's taking a little too big of a backswing, and the chest staying up. You know, relax, bring the chest over, shorten up that backswing. And then for Jardim, just play loose and have some fun out there as well. Kind of get that. You just gave an eye roll as our rainstorm guy walks off the court.
He lifted that whole cooler.
Time for play. Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong with the serve.
Yeah, ended up calling that one in.
It was in by probably a good 5-6 inches.
I was about to say good adjustment from Bohnert there, shortening up the backswing.
So it'll be a side out here. Riley Bohnert, 19 years old, with the serve. Jardim tries to come across to finish that point, but can't get it back across the net. Second serve here. Simone Jardim with it. Great ball by Simone Jardim, finding the corner.
Well, again, there's that lob to drive, right? She gets Truong on the back heels, and then she comes in and drives. Truong throws up a defensive lob on this one. Jardim front foot coming down. Beautifully done.
And then the serve goes long. So it'll be a side out here.
Good control, good ball movement there from both Glozman and Truong. But the other thing is that the power from Glozman, it's proven to be tough for Jardim and Bohnert to pick up.
Fault there on the serve. I believe it landed
in
the kitchen. So you can play the ball off the net, but it must be in the correct field of play. And Glozman with the forehand, just not enough height on it. So it'll be a side out.
Yeah, Glozman just spun off that one a little bit. Standing a little too tall as well.
Oh, right there again, comes up through it. Doesn't use her legs to get underneath that ball.
What makes it harder to shape the ball the way that you want to when you're standing up straight on it?
In order to create the shape, you have to be coming from underneath the ball. If you're hitting on top, it becomes a lot more linear. So with the height of the bounce of the pickleball, if you're standing straight up, it's not as easy to get underneath that ball to create some topspin.
So using that core, your legs, got to get underneath that ball, like Chad said, or else you're going to hit the edge guard of that paddle and have no spin on it.
Oh, good angle.
Vivian Glozman just putting the ball all over the court, keeping Bohnert and Jardim off balance.
Good get right there from Bohnert, just to force Glozman into another ball.
That time it's Alix Truong pushing the ball past Jardim.
Well, it's a good read here from Truong as she anticipates that backhand flick from Jardim, and then she just punches it right back down from where it came from.
Jardim getting out of the way of that one, recognizing it was going to sail long. So it'll be a second serve here for Glozman and Truong. All tied up at 2 apiece as Glozman reties the laces.
Excellent defense there from Bohnert and Jardim to stay in that one, and then it's the drop from Bohnert right here. And then the counter.
Two, the score for
2-2-1.
2-2-1. That's what I get for repeating the official instead of trusting my own math. 2-2-1 for Riley Bohnert's serve.
Truong doing a good job of disguising where she's going. She's not going to the same spot very often. She's pulling back crossbody with that two-hander, going inside out down the line with the forehander.
That time it was Alix Truong finishing big with the overhead.
She's added a couple tools to the toolbox here, it looks like. And again, that's what all these players need to be doing. Again, the last thing they want is to be predictable.
Great finish there by Simone Jardim. This is quite the bit more of a stalemate here in game 2 than we've had to start game 1.
That's. I don't. So the question here is the hindrance. Watch, well, we're not going to see it here on this replay, but Alix Truong stepped into the kitchen, and right as Simone was going to hit it, she flapped her paddle.
And so would the call be there a hindrance? Here, let's take a look.
We'll see it.
Oh, not that one. That was the winner. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the ball that didn't come up, but the referee did not see it, but both Jardim and Bohnert said that yes, it did not come up. So they are going to redo the point, replay the point.
Okay, so to reset here, it is Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong with the 3-2 lead on their second serve.
Again, just a little too upright, a little too flat there from Bohnert. Good move from Glozman getting out of the way.
Bohnert trying to make the adjustment when the ball went off the tape. Sails just wide though, so we went from 2-2 to 5-2 very quickly for Glozman and Truong.
I'd like to see when they get to the kitchen line, it's a 50-50 point. If they're going to go to Bohnert, I'd like to see Bohnert go behind Vivian Glozman, because right now she's shortening the court up to just going cross court with Alix Truong. Go behind Glozman. She could almost even jump and fake an Ernie. Not even go for it, but pretend or show that she's going to be there. That'll get Jardim back involved, because right now it's all going to Bohnert right now, and she's having to handle a lot.
So a timeout called on the court by Bohnert and Jardim, as they want to reset things here, because like I mentioned, it was 2-2 not that long ago, and now Glozman and Truong have put together a little rally, a little 4-0 run. So you want to see them attempt to go behind Glozman, which she opens herself up to doing sometimes, right, because she gets into that middle so quickly to get big. If you're Glozman and Truong, do you anticipate that out of the timeout here?
Not out of the timeout. They're going to make them beat you, and if they do,
sure,
hey, clap your hands and say, okay, nice shot, but play your game right here.
Now, better job there from Bohnert and Jardim, anticipating and getting those contact points out there in front, hitting down on the ball.
I mean, you see where Glozman is. She's camped in the middle. She's straddling the center service line, and she's almost daring either Jardim or Bohnert to go behind her.
What an angle taken there by Alix Truong. Forehand winner cross court.
Good pressure again on Bohnert there from both Glozman and Truong.
Yeah, good setup right there from Truong as she goes behind Jardim the first one. Gets the ball she can handle, but goes just a little too long. He's trying to aim it instead of hit it there.
A little late there on the paddle preparation from Truong. A little too big as well. That ball sliding through the court with the backspin from Jardim.
So it took a while, but out of the timeout, Bohnert and Jardim did eventually force the side out without letting Glozman and Truong extend their lead.
Well, that was much better. You get a ball that you can handle, and you had Glozman pinned on her side. So now it opens up the court a little more.
Ball left a little bit short, so now another side out. (6-2-1) the score for Alix Truong serve. Vivian Glozman with the beautiful placement down the line, finds that corner pocket, as you like to say, Dom.
Yeah, nice step in here from Glozman. She doesn't even need to do too much with it, and she doesn't. Gets a little roll on it, pushes it to that corner pocket.
Yeah, good ball there from Truong. Pulled out wide. Again, just opens the face. Truong went for the move again and didn't go. Glozman got caught.
Riley Bohnert with the well-placed ball there.
Glozman forgot where she was. She didn't realize where she was, and she leaves that ball bounce. I think she thought she was standing out of bounds.
Good step in there by Jardim. The forehand right in between Glozman and Truong creates enough confusion to give them a point. Ends a 6-0 run that Glozman and Truong had put together.
Well, now at least I'm seeing Bohnert try to go to that spot, but now you got to make it. You can go there all you want, but you have to make that shot.
Just too much pressure there from Glozman. Once that ball's up, she definitely puts a good swing on it. Not too sure why Truong stepping over and taking that backhand there in the middle when Glozman's put so much pressure on with that forehand drive.
So a quick side out here. No points added for Glozman and Truong. Simone Jardim with the serve.
Good pressure again there from Glozman. Getting big in the middle, heavy top spin.
Good get. Simone Jardim that time, taking a page out of Glozman's book, stepping all the way over for the forehand winner.
Well, playing great defense right here because Glozman had 3 putaways that she just couldn't finish. Jardim battles back for one more until she can step in, actually put some pressure right there on Alix Truong.
Great spot there by Riley Bohnert.
And a good speed up there from Jardim going into the body of Alix Truong right here. Somehow Truong fights it off. But that line's left open there for Bohnert.
So just like that, little 3-0 run here from Bohnert and Jardim to cut this lead that Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman had built to just 3. And this is why, even though it's a new partnership, I feel like we're already starting to see them getting through some of the things that early on in that first game there was tension there, and now there's a little bit of an element of ease. And like you said, Chad, you got to watch them earlier today, and they were playing loose, they were playing fun, even though it was their first match together.
Yeah, I mean, part of it as well is Riley Bohnert is not as used to playing on center court here. She came up to me before and she's like, I can do this, right? I'm like, yeah, you can do this. Like, have confidence in yourself. So, different stage.
Yeah.
And being younger, it's tough to fight those jitters and come out and be like, yeah, I can do this.
For sure. They're certainly working right now, as that's a 4-0 run, and I think that's one of the things that, talking with Simone all season long, it's one of the things that she really loves is bringing up these younger players, and she's such a veteran of the game. She coached tennis for years at Michigan State, so being a coach within her doubles partnership, it's kind of in her nature. And the perfect person to give Riley Bohnert some confidence.
Well, the other thing, if you notice right now too, and this is what I saw earlier, but Jardim's trying to be a little bit more active now, putting a little bit more pressure and getting a little bit more movement there in the middle of the court.
And it's working out, because now what was once a 6-point deficit is now a tie game here in game 2.
Great reach in there from Jardim, putting pressure on.
Oh, what an angle taken by Vivian Glozman, just out of the reach of Jardim's straining paddle. So finally, Glozman and Truong get the side out, but not before Bohnert and Simone Jardim do some damage. Oh, excuse me, it's just second serve. My bad. Still more opportunity.
You listen to the referee again.
No, I think I messed that one up on my own. The math wasn't mathing.
Ball's just wide.
So ball out off the paddle of Alix Truong. Had an opening here down the line.
So don't look now, but it's a lead for Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert. After trailing by 6, now just 2 points away from taking game 2. Bohnert leaving that cross-court dink just a little short. So now it's a side out. And Glozman and Truong having to come from behind for the first time in this game.
Yeah, good power there again from Glozman. Goes right into the body of Bohnert.
9-9-1 for Truong serve.
Wow.
Simone Jardim with the change of direction. Are you kidding me?
Just dotting lines, painting them. First that sideline, then that sideline. Beautifully done.
Unbelievable.
A good counter there from Bohnert. It wasn't the deepest of returns there from Jardim, and Glozman stepped up, put a good swing on it.
So Simone Jardim with the serve and an opportunity to take the lead.
Oh, excellent defense there again from Bohnert. Drops that one into the kitchen. Glozman tries to create the angle.
And just like that, it's game point opportunity. Look at that defense yet again from Riley Bohnert. Game point opportunity for Simone Jardim.
Good movement, though, from Jardim and Bohnert. They moved Truong and Glozman sideline to sideline, but getting jammed up right at the body.
Glozman's just got effortless power, though. I mean, it's a one-hand reach in.
Oh, no, she didn't with the little scorpion getting on top of that.
Look at that again from Alix Truong.
Watch her get low.
Whew.
Flips that paddle, almost that windshield wiper right in front.
So it'll be a side out now. Glozman and Truong with a chance to tie things up. Must win this game by 2. Defense again, though, from Riley there.
Yeah. She's finding a groove right now. She's playing really well going cross court with Truong.
So it's going to be Glozman with an opportunity here to take the lead in game number 2. Truong stepping over, trying cover for Glozman, who stayed back at the baseline, but flips this ball out.
Again, defense from Bohnert. It's a good move from Truong. Gets on top of that first ball. The shake and bake.
And a side out now.
Yeah, that's a situation where Truong's just trying to do a little too much there.
So must win by 2. Riley Bohnert and Simone Jardim lost game 1. So for us to go to a game 3, they've got to win this one.
Well, that ball was...
Forehand left a little short from Jardim after Glozman's strong overhead. 10-10-2 the score for Jardim serve. Simone Jardim stepping in with authority. Sets up a game point opportunity for herself and Riley Bohnert.
Again, another tough pickup there from Bohnert. Keeps him in that point. Creates the pop-up as well.
This is a second game point opportunity here. Simone Jardim looking to capitalize.
Oh,
and she
drop.
does. Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert trailed by 6 at one point in this game 2. Worked their way all the way back to take it. 12-10. So let's play another, shall we? Game 3 coming up when we return.
This is AG1. Foundational nutrition to support whole body, brain, and gut health. Just one of these, or one of these. Shaken up in this. Vitamins, minerals, pre and probiotics, adaptogens, functional mushrooms, uncompromising quality, simplest possible routine. Since 2010. Start at drinkag1.com.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us with the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP. It's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
Welcome back to the State Farm 2023 APP US Indoor Championships. This wraps up our 2023 calendar, but don't forget to go to the app.global right now and register for the APP US Collegiate Championships in Midwest Open in just a few weeks, January 3rd through the 7th in Indianapolis, Indiana. That one's also going to be inside, though. Don't fret.
It'll be just outside of Indy for that one. It'll be nice and cold outside, but warm inside.
The weather outside will be frightful.
Yeah, but it'll be some delightful collegiate pickleball inside.
I'm excited about the collegiate teams.
It's going to be a lot of fun
because that is big time growth for pickleball there.
Oh my goodness. Jardim was everywhere
Jardim.
on that point.
After we just told the rain guy to get off it, but it's Simone Jardim.
It's fine.
Yeah, but we get billed for get billed for that.
Oh yeah, that's out of your pocket. Great effort from Jardim, keeping him in that point. All of a sudden, you see it. You see the bounce in the step right now of Bohnert and Jardim. They have that little bounce. They win that second game. They're trying to carry that over into game 3.
And this is what is so fun, and why Simone Jardim in particular is one of the favorites of many in the crowd here in Chicago, but for APP fans too, because when she's playing loose, when she's playing free and having fun like that, she's not only really, really good, but she's incredibly entertaining to watch.
Well, she's got every shot in the book.
Right.
You're watching it right there on display. She can get to everything. If she can get a paddle on it, it's coming back, right,
Yep.
for the most part. So when she is moving around like this is dangerous for Glozman and Truong.
I've seen that woman get more balls back while she's sitting than I've seen some players get back in general. That's how good she is.
Ooh, just a little too big there from Jardim. I don't know how Glozman got one of those balls back there in the beginning. She was fully jammed up.
Wow, what a move. Jardim watches Truong slide. Watch her hit right into the slide. Right? So she sees Truong slide into the two-handed backhand, and Jardim doesn't hit to the spot where she thinks she's going to be. She hits to the spot where she's anticipating.
Right.
So good.
Bohnert sitting there ready for the attack from Glozman. Whoa.
So it's a 3-0 lead here in game 3 for Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert.
Well, she was ahead of it. I think she anticipated it being hit a little harder off the paddle of Vivian Glozman.
So a side out here. Alix Truong with an opportunity to get herself and Glozman on the board, but that forehand sailing long.
We almost had one in the booth.
I know, it didn't bounce up high enough.
No.
If you'd had your gloves, you probably could have gotten
it. It caught the carpet. But I tell you what, I probably would have knocked over the storm, the
coffee,
Tervis,
something.
the Tervis bottle.
Tervis would have been the least of our worries there.
Yeah, but the lid's not on yours.
Great pressure from Bohnert and Jardim right there. Again, going inside, outside, sideline to sideline. Keeping Glozman and Truong on strings. That's great counter there from Vivian Glozman, able to get on top of that one.
I think it's safe to say she was sitting back in on that one.
Unlucky roll there from Jardim.
It was good pace from Glozman, though, because Glozman has been hitting those ones a little bit firmer. Jardim expecting it to come harder. It was the slower pace that caught Jardim off guard in the footwork.
So Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong still looking for their first point here in game 3. And another side out here. This is almost the reverse of what we saw in game 1, where Glozman and Truong came in so loose, playing so free. Now they're the ones playing a little bit tenser.
Glozman missing that one just wide. Tried to create a little reverse angle as AJ is fumbling the headset over here, trying not to cough into it.
Trying to spare you all, my bad. Riley Bohnert. If she's wondering if she belongs on championship court, I hope that answered that question.
Well, nice step in right there and a good drop there from Simone Jardim. And right now they're almost throwing up bait ball third shots, fifth shots, seventh shots to try and force Glozman and Truong into doing a little too much, and it's happening.
And a 5-0 lead here in Game 3 to decide who goes for our women's doubles winners bracket final. And in case you're wondering how we got here, well, Simone Jardim has been a massive part of it. Watch this movement from Jardim in our Lexus Experience Amazing play of the day. She doesn't get to that ball, but still, always a good time. Quick little model moment there from Jardim.
A lot of people get yelled at for doing that.
Hey, I was yelling. I was yelling at her.
You were yelling at her. Get off! Get off it! You didn't want to get that bill.
Yeah, you can see our LED boards around the court here in Chicago. Oh, the lob from Bohnert over the left shoulder of Truong. Just a little late with that movement.
So the end change here in Game 3, very much on the terms of Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert. They lead 6-0 here in the game to decide who moves on to the women's doubles winners bracket final. Riley Bohnert, like you mentioned, Chad, having a little bit of nerves here to start, playing on championship court. She doesn't have a lot of experience this 2023 APP Tour season playing on championship court, but she really feels like she has come into her own here in Game 3.
Well, part of it as well is you come in here and you start worrying about making mistakes, and when you're trying not to make a mistake, that's when the mistakes come.
Sure.
So, go out, play loose. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake.
Right.
They're going to happen. But obviously, the looser you are, the more fun you're having, the easier it is to play, and then the body just takes over from there.
And one of the truths that I think transcends all sports, right, is you're always going to make mistakes, but if you cannot let that mistake beat you twice, you're going to have a much better shot at coming back. And typically, that's when you're playing loose, you're playing confident, no matter what you're doing.
Oh, she got it.
Oh! Vivian Glozman with incredible hustle to get to that ball, and then Riley Bohnert around the post, corner pocket. Yes, ma'am.
Great get there from Glozman, and then great recognition by Bohnert to go around the post. And that wasn't even close. She cleared that inside the sideline by a good 3 feet.
That was impressive. 7-0-2, Riley Bohnert with the serve.
Jardim missed a couple on that backside, that backhand side going down the line. Ball getting just a little too deep behind her.
Glozman's there. It's a good setup. But again, got to control. Can't get out of control. Can't get too big right there.
Two moves there from Glozman. She's trying to step forward and put the pressure on, but Jardim and Bohnert have kept the ball down.
That time, Glozman doing a good job. Get on top of it. Finish that point.
Well, she stayed calm right there, too. She didn't really do too much with it. She knew where she needed to go.
Nice speed up there from Bohnert, right into the body of Glozman. She'd given Glozman a couple of speed ups earlier on, but she was going straight into that backhand side. Good adjustment there, right into the right hip.
Side out here. So Glozman and Truong with an opportunity to start digging into this lead. And Dom, like you always say, it's a massive, massive lead that they have to try and claw their way back to, but you got to stay focused on 1 point at a time.
Yeah, and there it starts right there. Got to get on the board. Now, got to put a crooked number up on the board and get back in this. Down by 7.
Misses it just wide. Pushes them onto their second serve.
Well, that's what Truong's looking for right there, too. She wants you to speed up to that backhand of hers. She just overhits this, tries to put an exclamation point on it, and just goes a little wide.
That time she puts it exactly where she wanted to.
Yeah, gives it a little bit of shape here, hits the outside part of the ball. Just slides that down the line.
So that crooked number is on the board for Glozman and Truong. Glozman with the serve. Jardim with a filthy angle taken on that overhead finisher.
Well, she knows that's the only way that they're going to win this point or end it here is if she can hit a good angle. It's all about angles on the overheads. If you get that ball back to the baseline on an overhead, these players are going to get the ball back. Have to find that angle.
Yeah, a good combination there. Bohnert with the speed up into Glozman. Tries to counter, but Jing's there for the second attack.
That ball left short, and don't look now, but it's a match point opportunity here for Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert. So Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman, they call a timeout. Talk strategy here.
We've seen that lob to drive a few times from Simone Jardim. It's one of the shots and one of the kind of elements of her game that she likes to do. And again, she's so successful with it. She knows she can hit that lob and land it in. If it's going to land in, the last thing they want to do, that being the defensive team, Truong and Glozman, is let it bounce. So Truong or Glozman's going back, getting that out of the air, but then what happens is they're on their heels and they're back at the baseline or at midcourt. Jardim turns around and drives that ball right at him. So great job by Jardim. A commanding 8-point lead here at 10-2.
Yeah, Truong and Glozman trying to figure out how to stop the run here. 2 match point opportunities for Jardim and Bohnert.
That one is that's not coming back.
Any ball above the net for Glozman, well, I should say above the net, but above the shoulders or shoulder height. She puts so much power behind that swing. Yeah, good reach in there from Glozman.
And that she made that look really easy.
That's tough ball.
But at 10-2 with match point on the line, that's a tough ball.
Rushed it just a little bit. Saw the slower roll there from Jardim. Tried to step in. Oh, fighting over the middle there.
So it's Glozman and Truong who put a point on the board here. Jardim taking the blame for that one, it looks like. Talking with Riley.
Oh, no love off the tape right there. And this is where maybe one more point, I call a timeout.
Yeah. Because even though it's a 6-point lead, it would be a 3-0 run if Glozman and Truong were to get another one. But instead, it's a side out forced here. And so another match point opportunity for Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert. Riley Bohnert, the 19-year-old, with the serve.
Oh,
Jardim coming all the way over.
That's a 10-4 shot.
And Glozman says, okay, I'm going to put that right where you're not.
Well, that's a missed spot as well. She wasn't trying to go as wide to the forehand there, looking more for right shoulder.
Oh, almost digs that out, the Jardim, but they fight off two more.
Yeah, it's
match points.
4 match points saved for Glozman and Truong. Bohnert and Jardim need to be a little bit careful.
And a few unforced errors here we're seeing from Riley Bohnert and Simone Jardim. They led by 10-2. It's a little 3-0 run here for Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong, still on their first serve here.
Ooh, now I would take it.
For sure.
And I believe they are.
Right on cue, Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert call a timeout as Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong say, yeah, I know you had a big lead. We're not going away quietly here. They have cut it from 10-2 to 10-6 here in game number 3 to decide who moves on to our women's doubles winners bracket final. What have Glozman and Truong leaned into in these last few points to get them to go their way?
Well, they've gotten loose, right? They're sitting there playing with house money now. You're like, we're down 10-2. What do we have to lose, especially on their serve? Put pressure on, try and put some good points, some good constructed points together, and they've done that and put some tons of pressure on. Now, Bohnert has made 2 errors into the net, right, on 2 of those, so giving them 2 free points. So we'll see what happens here out of the timeout and what discussion or if any changes were made here for Jardim and Bohnert.
So it'll be Alix Truong with the serve, 6-10-1.
Ooh, it's tight now.
This is a new game, especially on first server here.
Simone Jardim, though, staying relentless in that point, forcing the ball back to the sideline for the winner.
Yeah, good 1-2 there from Jardim. Speeds up. Elevated ball to Truong. Knows it's going to come back. Gets ready for the second. I think if Bohnert and Jardim are going to win this one, they have to finish it here. If they give Glozman and Truong another opportunity, then it's going to be very, very difficult.
It'll be Riley Bohnert with the first shot at putting this match away. Truong and Glozman doing a good job of finding the empty spaces on the court. Another look.
Oh, got one more opportunity here.
Everybody's dinking tight right now.
So that's the combo, right? It's Bohnert goes to Truong. Truong can go back to Bohnert, but a second Bohnert comes back to Truong again. She goes flat down the line to Jardim. Now, what does it do? It gets Glozman intimidating in the middle, and it forces Jardim to have to go to her sometimes as well.
So it's Vivian Glozman with the serve. A 5-0 run for her and Alix Truong. 6 match points defended, and now trailing by just 3.
Good reach in there from Jardim. Rolls a couple of balls down on the feet of Truong. Gets that final ball elevated just enough.
In case you're wondering, it is standing room only here at Championship Court. Everyone filling in to watch these two great teams play.
Ooh, almost blocks it back.
Truong with a dig that was so close to getting back over the net. Simone Jardim clarifying, do we have one more timeout? The ref says, yes, you do. And she says, I would like to use it now. Thank you very much. So the offensive timeout called here as Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert face their 7th match point opportunity. What do they have to do on this service side to put this match away?
Loosen up.
I was going to say, not make errors, not play tight, and just go out, be free.
Play free for the at least this first serve.
Yeah,
so at least this first serve. Come out guns blazing here.
Put good drop
something.
down, step up, speed a ball up into the body. I mean, I would go either right hip at Glozman, elevated ball on Truong, and go from there. If you don't win that first one, then yeah, play a little bit more conservative. But right now, Truong and Glozman are moving the ball around better than Bohnert and Jardim.
Got it.
So they need to create that space, create that opening, and go almost sideline to sideline on Glozman and Truong.
Such a fun crowd here in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside Chicago. Simone and Jardim and Riley Bohnert trying to put this away. Just a few inches long for Simone Jardim.
The whole crowd.
Everyone,
their heads overall back.
I think everyone is holding their breath every point here. 8th match point opportunity. That ball called in, and so that is how it ends. Simone Jardim and Riley Bohnert come all the way back. After losing in game 1, they take game 2, 12-10. This duo may be new, but they're proven. They got plenty to show for it. We'll hear from them when we come back to Championship Court.
Years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Thank you, Jack.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time.
002. Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
The APP is presented by AARP, Franklin, Leo Rivet, and Pickleball United.
We'll take another look at match point here for Jardim and Bohnert. Another hand exchange. That ball just catches the net cord and lands in on the line. After being down 8-2 in game number 2, Jardim and Bohnert fight back, take game 3, and are moving on to the winner's bracket final here in Chicago. And we have Dominic Catalano, who's courtside with Riley and Simone.
All right, back here on championship court, Simone Jardim, Riley Bohnert. Congratulations, moving on to the winner bracket final. Simone playing next to Riley. You guys lose the first one, and then you go down 8-2 in game number 2. What are you talking about during that timeout?
We are kind of thinking like we have nothing to lose at this point. Let's just play and see where, what happens. And honestly, had fun playing this kid. Chad trains the team, and they came to spend a week. And they're just great kids. The future of pickleball is just awesome. So I honestly, she fought so hard. I felt at the end, I felt like a proud mama.
And then Riley playing next to Simone. It seemed like at the beginning it wasn't clicking right away. And then all of a sudden in game 2, it just clicked when you came back down 8-2. And then you go into game 3 down or up 10-2. They start to come back. What was the difference there?
Simone literally told me, just go out and have fun, Riley. Just play how you play. And I was like, Riley, don't be nervous. You're playing next to Simone, but just have fun. Act like she's your mom and have fun.
We're almost the same age. Actually, we're talking about this.
Riley?
No, the mom, yeah. Yeah, her mom and I are only a year apart.
Well, congratulations. You guys punch your ticket to the winner bracket final later on this afternoon. Congratulations, ladies.